All right, brace yourself, because what I'm about to say might permanently delete your worldview. Everything you've ever believed about life, how to succeed, how to be happy, how to find love, might be wrong. Not because you're stupid, but because you're human. And being human means craving complexity. We worship hard answers, complicated routines, life hacks with Greek names, and gurus with perfect hair. But what if all of that noise is just distraction? What if life is laughably simple and we're the ones making it hard? Sounds crazy? Stick with me, because the truth I'm about to show you, it's not only going to ruin the way you've been thinking, it might actually save you. The hidden simplicity of life. Let's zoom out for a second. Self-help books sell millions of copies. Relationship coaches flood our feeds. Biohackers promise transcendence through spinach smoothies and 12-hour morning routines. But what if all this complexity is a distraction? Most life advice can be boiled down to a sentence. Eat less, move more. Be kind and honest. Work on something valuable, consistently. But here's the thing. Simple isn't sexy. We crave mystery, shortcuts, and magic formulas. So we invent chaos to avoid the truth. And while we're chasing after 47-step plans, life is whispering the answer in 3 words. Do the work. The effort paradox. Try less to do more. Let's play a mind game. Try to fall asleep. Try really hard. Count every breath. Force your brain to shut down. It won't work. The paradox? The harder you try, the more you fail. That's the backwards law. It's why happiness disappears when chased. Why love with strings attached backfires. Why desperate people repel opportunities. Here's the shift. Take action without obsession. Show up without clinging. Relaxed intensity is the cheat code. Think about elite athletes. They don't perform best when trying hardest. They flow. They let go. Effort isn't bad, but desperation poisons it. The control paradox. You raise your hand if you've ever tried to control your entire life. Yeah, me too. Calendars, life plans, relationship expectations. We try to micromanage the future like it's a spreadsheet, and then chaos. The car breaks down. Someone ghosts you. You get sick. Here's the irony. The tighter you grip control, the faster it slips through your fingers. Ancient Stoics figured this out 2,000 years ago. They knew you control your actions and your reactions. That's it. Not the weather, not your boss, not other people's opinions. Life isn't a chess game. It's a surfboard on a chaotic ocean. Stop trying to command the waves. Learn to ride them. Your brain's night shift, the hidden superpower of sleep. Let's talk about your brain. That weird, squishy 3-pound organ in your skull is doing something miraculous every night. While you sleep, it shrinks. Not permanently, just enough to let a special fluid wash through your brain, like a dishwasher for your mind. This process clears out toxins, stress hormones, and even the leftover gunk of anxiety and overthinking. Neglect sleep? It's like running high-end software on a virus-ridden laptop. Protect your sleep like it's your brain's maintenance crew, because it is. The happiness trap. Why chasing it doesn't work. What's the one thing everyone wants, but few people ever seem to hold on to? Happiness. Now here's the psychological slap in the face. The more you chase happiness, the more it runs. It's like a cat. Ignore it and it curls up in your lap. Stare at it too hard and it vanishes. Science calls it the hedonic treadmill. You win the lottery, back to emotional baseline in 6 months. You go through heartbreak, 6 months later, same thing. Why? Because happiness isn't something you catch. It's something that happens to you when you're not trying to catch it. Happiness is a byproduct of meaning, connection, and growth, not a reward you unlock. Your brain lies. The bias problem. You might think you see the world clearly, but your brain is running filters. Dozens of them. Confirmation bias makes you ignore facts that disagree with your beliefs. The halo effect thinks attractive people are automatically better. Loss aversion freaks out more about losing $100 than it celebrates gaining $100. You judge others by actions, yourself by intentions. We all do it. It's not shameful. It's survival wiring. But awareness? That's your upgrade. The moment you realize your brain is editing reality, you gain the power to re-edit. Emotions drive. Logic justifies. Here's a disturbing fact. 90% of your decisions are emotional. Think you logically picked your career, your partner, your favorite color? Nope, you felt something first. Then you built a logic tower to defend that feeling. And that's not weakness, it's evolution. The emotional brain processes signals 500,000x faster than the logical brain. Gut feelings aren't magical, they're just turbocharged pattern recognition. But here's the move. Use emotion as data, not command. The pause between feeling and reaction, that's your real power. Your memory is fiction and you're the author. What if I told you your memories aren't accurate? They're not. They're stories. And worse, stories that you keep rewriting. Every time you recall something, you modify it. New details creep in, old ones fade, emotions shift the lighting. You're not remembering the event. You're remembering the last time you remembered it. That's wild. But here's the freedom. If memory is fiction, you can choose your story arc. Emphasize the growth, reframe the pain, highlight your resilience. You're already editing. Now edit with intention. The 80-20 rule. Stop doing most things. Here's the most powerful productivity secret. 20% of your effort creates 80% of your results. Everything else? Noise. Look around. 20% of your habits bring 80% of your peace. 20% of your friends create 80% of your joy. 20% of your closet gets 80% of your wear. You're not lazy. You're distracted. The fix? Identify your 20% and go all in. Ruthlessly ignore the rest. Habit loops and the compound effect. Build tiny empires. You don't have bad habits. You have brilliant loops with dumb rewards. Stress cue, junk food routine, comfort reward. Your brain doesn't care if it helps you. It just runs the loop. The secret isn't breaking habits. It's replacing the routine while keeping the cue and reward. Feel anxious? Do push-ups instead of doom scrolling. Now layer this with the compound effect. 1% daily improvement equals 37x better in a year. That's not a slogan, that's math. Tiny actions done daily. Create empires or ruin them. You now have the cheat code to life. It's not a secret, it's a series of paradoxes. Want peace? Stop clinging. Want control? Let go. Want happiness? Seek meaning. Want power? Recognize your biases. Want results? Shrink your focus. Want success? Embrace boring consistency. Here's the 3-part formula. Accept what you can't control. Almost everything. Master what you can, your actions and reactions. Compound tiny improvements daily. That's it. Everything else? Noise. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about building yourself. Choice by choice, habit by habit, day by day. You already have the tools. Now use them. If this hit you deep, subscribe.